Welcome back to Cozy Corners, a place where we turn your house into a home. Step into a world of home decor ideas, interior design inspirations, landscaping guide, and home design tips. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join our journey into a world of charm and sophistication. What's trending for Christmas 2025 from Atlanta Market? Bring the trends into your home. Every year, a quiet magic stirs in the heart of Atlanta. Designers and dreamers gather, unveiling the shapes of the season to come. This year's holiday trends are nothing short of breathtaking, bold, nostalgic, and deeply enchanting. Velvet Santas, ceramic villages, and mercury glass ornaments stole the spotlight this season. Designers leaned heavily into vintage nostalgia with charming details from the 1940s to 1960s. Pastel bottle brush trees, tinsel garlands, and retro-style signage were layered among traditional greenery. Patterns featured plaid, ticking stripes, and simple ginghams, recalling heirloom Christmas memories. Flock trees were abundant, often decorated with soft pinks, faded greens, and aged metallics. Velvet ribbons in dusty rose and forest green added a soft elegance to both trees and wreaths. Glass baubles were hand-painted with delicate scenes, often framed in gold leaf accents. The overall look felt warm, familiar, and beautifully curated to echo holiday traditions of decades past. Layering textures was key. Knits, velvets, brass, and antique mirror finishes completed the scene. It's a tender mix of memory and artistry, creating timeless holiday magic. Deep emerald green emerged as the leading shade across holiday decor collections. Often paired with gold, brass, or warm wood tones, this rich color exudes timeless sophistication. From velvet stockings and ribbon bows to tree ornaments and wreath accents, the color appeared in every detail. Designers balanced the bold hue with soft whites, ivory, and muted sage to create calm, elevated palettes. Green glass trees, satin baubles, and forest-inspired figurines brought the look to life. When paired with brushed metallics, the tone added instant glamour without feeling flashy. Garlands featured layers of emerald ribbon cascading down with graceful movement. In tablescapes, velvet green napkin rings and glassware created a festive but refined setting. Designers also used green in oversized bows on wreaths, lanterns, and even chandeliers. This elegant tone anchors the season in luxury and warmth. Across all showrooms, ribbon wasn't just an accessory. It became a central decorative feature. Designers layered different textures, like velvet, satin, silk, and chiffon, to create depth and movement. Popular combinations included wide velvet ribbon beneath thinner metallic strands, all flowing in loose, romantic cascades. Color palettes were unexpected: terracotta with champagne, icy blue with antique gold, or deep plum with silver. Bows were oversized, often flowing well past the base of a tree or wrapping entirely around a doorway. Wreaths and garlands were styled with multiple layers of ribbon in varying finishes. Some were twisted into floral-like spirals, adding texture and elegance. Others were wrapped around candlesticks, lanterns, and chairbacks. This year, ribbon is not just a finishing touch. It defines the look and feel of a space. It's graceful, expressive, and rich with seasonal flair. Natural and dried botanical elements were woven into nearly every display. Think preserved cedar, eucalyptus, wheat bundles, pine cones, and dried oranges. Garlands featured soft branches blended with golden leaves or frosted tips for added texture. Wreaths were oversized and asymmetrical, combining real greenery with velvet ribbon and wood ornaments. Designers embraced muted tones: pale sage, dusty lavender, and cream with gentle shimmer. Floral picks included dried hydrangeas and berries in ivory, bronze, and soft blush. Mantels and tabletops showcased rustic arrangements tucked into antique vessels or wood trays. Table runners made of trailing greenery were a highlight, often finished with petite ribbon ties. This trend brings serenity and quiet elegance, a gentle nod to nature's grace. It feels grounded, timeless, and wonderfully organic. Flock trees and snowy finishes remain a strong favorite this season. Designers layered them with delicate glass, crystal, and pearl ornaments to elevate the snowy look. Soft white lights were preferred over bold multicolor, casting a gentle glow throughout the display. Ribbon choices leaned toward icy silvers, pale blues, and creamy whites, often mixed with shimmer. Icicle-style ornaments and frosted pine cones added dimension to the branches. White berries, translucent garlands, and pale feathers brought in subtle texture. Tree skirts featured faux fur or knit textures in snowy white and ivory. The aesthetic was crisp yet cozy, like stepping into a winter daydream. Layered neutrals with hints of sparkle created an elegant and calming effect. A quiet sophistication defined this softly snow-dusted style. Charming woodland themes brought magic into every corner of the displays. Tiny deer, woodland creatures, and mushrooms appeared in warm wood, felt, and resin finishes. Mossy greens, rich browns, and soft taupes formed the natural color palette. Garlands were dotted with miniature pine cones, mushrooms, and rustic bells. Twinkling fairy lights and star garlands added sparkle beneath rustic textures. Antique-style paper ornaments and storybook figurines added storytelling charm. Tree toppers featured forest stars, natural twigs, or handmade felt animals. Tables were styled with log candle holders, birch vases, and acorn sprigs. Designers mixed whimsy with elegance, achieving balance between playful and refined. It's a heartfelt celebration of forest magic and seasonal enchantment. Soft neutral palettes took center stage, wrapped in elegance and warmth. Designers showcased hues of ivory, sand, blush, and faded gold. Ornaments had soft finishes, matte, pearlized, or brushed with antique glaze. Ribbon choices included dusty rose velvet, pale chiffon, and champagne satin. Tablescapes featured neutral linens, brass candlesticks, and vintage glassware. Tree branches were lightly flocked or natural, decorated with pale florals and gold leaf ornaments. Textiles included boucle stockings, knit throws, and linen tree skirts. The tone was calming and feminine, but with structure and grace. Floral picks in dried beige hydrangea and faded pink roses added softness. Everything worked together in perfect harmony, inviting and peaceful.